So some of you guys might have heard, but Greg Penner just saved the Broncos from a bigger disaster than what they actually ended up with in the Russell Wilson deal. You can go to my Instagram. There's a bigger breakdown of what happened, how everything came to fruition. You can go check that out on my Instagram, but here's a shorter story for you. So basically what happened was a reporter got his hands on a document that was in regards to a arbitration case from the NFL Players Association against the NFL league owners. They were trying to say that they were colluding against some of the players, trying to block them from getting fully guaranteed contracts because they were afraid, since Deshaun Watson had just landed a fully guaranteed contract from the Cleveland Browns, they were afraid like that was going to set the standard, so the owners colluded and tried to prevent players from doing that. So the NFLPA took it to court. And with that said, Russell Wilson was one of the players that was supposed to land a fully guaranteed contract along with Lamar Jackson and Kyler Murray, which meant Russell Wilson had to take the stand. Now, from Russell Wilson's perspective, he was saying that him and his agent had originally asked the Denver Broncos for $350 million over 7 years. And yes, you heard that correctly. He wanted $350 million to play for the Denver Broncos. And again, from his perspective, it sounded like they were originally on board with it. They kept telling him, we'll do whatever it takes. We'll do whatever it takes. And he thought it was going to happen. But then all of a sudden, he said they started to get cold feet. And that is because of this man right here, Greg Penner. Now, the Walter Penner Group hadn't officially taken over yet. They were still transitioning into the organization, but he was keeping notes. And on his notes that were submitted to the court, they found that he had put 2 years left on contract. Why not wait? And the reason he's asking that is because Russell Wilson originally had 2 years left on his contract with Seattle. So to him, it didn't make sense to give him this big contract when he still has 2 years in Seattle. So why is that important to know? Because Russell Wilson was originally guaranteed $124 million, but it wouldn't kick in until the start of the 2024 season, seeing as how he was still also under contract from the Seattle Seahawks. So he couldn't get the new money until his contract with them had ended. But since the Broncos released him before the start of the 2024 season, and he never played a down of that season, so therefore he didn't see that money. So Greg Penner saved the organization, really dodged a bullet there, and it really worked out for the Broncos because, one, the league concluded that there was no collusion between the owners. The Broncos drafted Bo Nix and had their best record since 2016 and ended their playoff drought. Meanwhile, Russell Wilson is now on his second team since leaving the Denver Broncos. So again, it was disaster. They had us in the first half, but it worked out in the second. Comment below what you guys think and make sure you're following my Instagram.